Welcome back. You're with Times Now. The other big political debate we are tracking is NRC Politics. Indians versus illegal debate has been sparked off yet again with Prime Minister Modi entering the ring. In a tell-all interview, Prime Minister Modi assured the people, raising concerns on the National Register of Citizens, that no citizen of India will have to leave the country. Remember, his comments come after a heated exchange of words between the BJP and the opposition.
खुद नफरत की आग फैला रहा है। आप एनआरसी के बहाने लोगों को बाहर निकालने की बात नहीं करते, आप एनआरसी के बहाने एक सांप्रदायिक उन्माद पैदा कर रहे हैं, जबकि उसमें जो लोग का नाम नहीं है, बिहार के रहने वाले जैनी हैं, बुद्ध हैं, हिंदू हैं, मारवाड़ी हैं, सिख। लेकिन आप तो आज भी तो कहा आपके राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष ने, रोकेंगे आप उनको? तो सांप्रदायिकता का पुट दे रहे हैं, हर आदमी को बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठिया बता रहे हैं। यानी फखरुद्दीन अली अहमद साहब का परिवार घुसपैठिया, अनवरा तैमूर जो वहां की मुख्यमंत्री रही वो घुसपैठिया हैं, बांग्लादेशी हैं। तो ये हमें मालूम है, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में मामला लंबित है, आप तो उसका राजनीतिक लाभ ले रहे हो। जो भी ऐसा व्यक्ति होगा जो वैध नागरिक होगा हिंदुस्तान का, वो नहीं बाहर जाएगा।
क्यों ये पैनिक क्रिएट किया? 40 लाख लोगों को, या तो ये आप ये एक्सेप्ट करो कि 40 लाख घुसपैठिए हैं आसाम के अंदर। आपके इस देश के पूर्व राष्ट्रपति के भतीजे लिस्ट में नहीं है, आपके खुद बीजेपी के 2 एमएलएस के बच्चे जो हैं वो एनआरसी की लिस्ट में नहीं है। आपकी मतलब आप किधर ले जाना चाहते हो? खाली राजनीति करने के लिए आप ये सब कर रहे हो। कितने लोगों को आपने डिपोर्ट किया पिछले 4 साल में, जरा बताइए ना। मैं समझता हूं कि शायद यूपीए की सरकार ने ज्यादा बांग्लादेशियों को डिपोर्ट किया था बनिस्बत पिछले 4 साल की एनडीए की सरकार में, मोदी जी की सरकार में।
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एएनआई को जो इंटरव्यू दिया है, खासतौर से एनआरसी के बारे में, उन्होंने कहा कि भारतीय नागरिक जितने भी हैं उनको परेशान होने की आवश्यकता नहीं है और उनके इश्यूज को एड्रेस किया जाएगा। प्रधानमंत्री जी अच्छा होते जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष अमित शाह जी, उन्होंने राज्यसभा में जो बयान दिया कि जो 40 लाख जो एनआरसी में रजिस्टर्ड नहीं है, स्वीकार नहीं है, वो सब घुसपैठिए हैं और उनको बाहर निकाला जाएगा। तो प्रधानमंत्री जी को सबसे पहले तो अपने राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष से बात करनी चाहिए।
You heard the reactions. Let me now open this up to our panelists joining us. Hitesh Jain, member of the BJP on the show. Abhishek Bagchi, columnist and TMC sympathizer. Also with us, Ashutosh Mishra, senior journalist. Mr. Mishra, I would like to begin with you, sir. You heard the Prime Minister's interview. He is blaming the opposition of politicizing something as important as the citizenship list.
So we have to realize why this problem arose. The problem arose because his party president said in the Rajya Sabha that there are 40 lakh aliens in Assam. His chief minister in Assam is turning it into a Assamese versus non-Assamese problem. While the case here was plain and simple, it was to identify the foreigners and shunt them out. Now this problem has been created by BJP on its own. And we should also remember one more thing that people keep talking about. The president of BJP said that NRC Atma thi Assam Accord ki. He is wrong, because at that time it was IMGT which the Supreme Court struck down in 2005, which was used to identify foreigners. And the basic difference between the two is that in the first case the state government had to say who is the foreigner, and then that person had to prove that he is not a foreigner.
All right.
In case of NRC, what happens? Everybody has to prove that whether they are Indians or not. Now you should realize there are a lot of illiterate and villagers there who may be from Bengal or from other parts of India and who may not be having those certifications. Now when the Chief Minister of Assam says it's Assamese versus rest, and when the BJP president says that all the 40 lakh who have been identified are aliens.
Hitesh Jain will talk about the BJP, but as far as I remember, Mr. Mishra, Hitesh Jain will talk about the BJP, but as far as I remember, and because you're saying this on my show, I must clarify that Amit Shah had said that the opposition is backing infiltrators. He never said the 40 lakh people who've not found their names in NRC list are illegals. Hitesh Jain.
What is said, that NRC is Atma, and all those who have been identified will be thrown out.
Now can I respond? You have completed your turn. Now let me respond. As far as BJP is concerned, you have to first understand our origination and philosophy, that is nation first. We always put the national interest ahead of the organizational interest or the self-interest. Now coming to the important topic of NRC, there is a distinction in the process that is being followed in the NRC and about the illegal infiltrators. As far as illegal infiltrator is concerned, any person who is speaking for the country and who believes in the national interest and who wants to put ahead of India will agree that illegal citizens cannot be tolerated, and if there are illegal infiltrators, they have to be out. Now coming as far as NRC is concerned, NRC is a Supreme Court undertaken exercise. This is an exercise that was agreed by Congress in 72 and 84. Mamata Banerjee had a different ideology in 2005. It is a different matter that now they are speaking in a different tune.
Mr. Abhishek Bakshi, what has changed from 2005 to 2018? Mr. Abhishek Bakshi, 1 minute, no, 1 minute, Ashutosh Mishra, 1 minute, sir, I will give you time, 1 minute.
The fact is,
Abhishek
this is the exercise that is being taken.
Yeah, Hitesh Jain, you've made your point.
Hitesh Jain,
sir, you've made your point.
People will have the opportunity to submit their objection.
All right.
It is not something that exercise has
We've
been
heard
taken.
you've made your point. Hitesh Jain, 1 minute. Let's have some order here. Abhishek Bakshi, what has changed from 2005 to 2018? I have Mamata Banerjee's statement from 2005. She said, illegal migrants from Bangladesh are also part of the voters list in West Bengal. The state government has done nothing about it. Therefore, the issue must be discussed. In 2018, she says, this is very unfortunate. Indian citizens who've been living in this country for over 100 years have been turned into refugees in a matter of seconds. The central government is playing divide and rule. What changed between 2005 and 2018, sir?
No, there has been no change. The stance has been totally the same, that every illegal immigrant should be sent back. Those who are not the citizens of the country, they should not be staying here. That is clearly the stance. Now, what has been changed now is that we have seen a nice exercise like NRC, which has been extremely flawed, and which has got multiple and thousands of examples where we have wrong entries of Indian citizens getting identified as illegals. So there is a draft and there is a time. We all agree to that. Now what you have to understand, what BJP is feeding to the nation, that they are feeding that it is for illegal Muslims.
On the issues raised by Mamata Banerjee.
How is it relevant here? How is it relevant here, sir?
I mean, why is politics being played? National Register of Citizen is an important issue. We should speak in one voice. There cannot be different political voice on such an important issue. I mean, you are talking about sovereignty.
No, the same voice is saying that illegal immigrants have to be deported.
They are guided by a certain process. It is not guided by any political ethos. Sovereignty and citizenship are
let him complete his point.
Abhishek, there are certain procedure and certain process.
Haven't you heard in school that when a person is talking, you should not interrupt?
Whims and fancies of
1 minute.
Haven't you been taught in school that when a person is talking, you should not interrupt?
Mr. Bakshi, let's not get personal, sir. Let's be civil here on the show.
No, just I am asking that there is a civil thing.
Make your point, sir. Make your point. Make your point. Please make your point, sir.
So the stance has not been changed. What is being, so if the nation first policy is there, then the border should have been sealed first. Last 4.5 years, it is under BSF, under Union Home Ministry, and the border has not been sealed at all. Point 1. Point 2, out of 33 districts in Assam, 10 districts are Muslim majority. But what we are seeing is that other than Darang district, every other Muslim majority districts have seen a very less percentage of NRC dropout. The target is mostly Hindu Bengalis, But BJP is feeding a complete different story to the rest of India.
No, how are you linking religion? How are you bringing in religion into this? Mr. Bagchi, how can you bring religion into
because
this?
Because it is BJP who is telling the... I am answering, sir. So BJP is feeding the nation because 90% of Bangladesh is Muslim.
Their intention is just to play politics.
Mr. Bagchi, with due respect, sir, this is a Supreme Court monitored process.
No.
Anything that you say, you will have to, say with
Supreme
all responsibility.
Court monitored, but it is conducted by Assam state government employees.
No, other day there
it
was
is
a Supreme Court
monitored, but it is done by Assam state government employees.
So are you questioning the wisdom of the Supreme Court?
How Supreme Court came hammer and tongs on the officers and how seriousness the Supreme Court is showing about the entire exercise. This is a completely Supreme Court monitored exercise, and Supreme Court
if it would have been the case, sir, Supreme Court is monitoring, it is done by
and provide all the details.
Yes, Mr. Bagchi.
When Supreme Court is monitoring,
how does it matter? Even if Supreme Court is there, then also how can we see lakhs of wrong entries? If it is Supreme Court monitored and everything is okay, then how is it relevant? Because you are seeing lakhs of entries where former army veteran names have been dropped out.
People will be provided an opportunity to respond. People will be provided an opportunity.
Absolutely right. Then why are we again bringing the Supreme Court issue? That once it is Supreme Court, nothing can be wrong in that.
Politicizing the issue.
Mr. Ashutosh Mishra,
bringing Supreme Court
Mr.
now
Ashutosh Mishra,
Mr.
Ashutosh Mishra, I want to bring you in, sir.
You've
seen and heard what Mamata Banerjee said in 2005.
Your party
in 2018, she has a different position. Do you agree with the TMC?
Trinamool Congress.
Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, do you agree with the TMC? You know what Mamata Banerjee said in 2005. In 2018, she has a different stance.
Supreme Court orders, their intention is suspect.
So
you are asking the question, what has changed between 2005 and 2018?
The stance is still the same, that illegal should be deported. But the right citizens should not be marked as illegal.
Whether it be the central government or the state government, they are,
Mr. Hitesh Jain, the opposition is saying...
I couldn't hear you.
Mr. Hitesh Jain, answer the straightforward question. The opposition accuses the BJP of being selective.
Well, opposition wants to indulge in the cheap popularity, so therefore they are going to call selective. But the fact of the matter is, this is the Supreme Court monitored exercise. The opposition, if after saying so many things, they do not go before the Supreme Court. They do not go. It is for Durga Puja and all, they have the powers to make notification.
I beg to differ. Mr. Hitesh Jain, quite clearly there are flaws in the execution. Quite clearly there are flaws in the execution of the NRC. Will the government assure that all the concerns of those who have been left out will be taken under consideration?
Of course, that is what the NRC process is going on.
If it is error-free, everybody is supporting that. Who is not supporting NRC? Everybody is telling that illegal should be deported. Illegal should not stay in India. That is everybody's stance, that it make it error-free. But you are bringing, you are supporting Assamese majoritarianism and targeting Bengalis in Assam.
No. Is there anything wrong if we say that illegal citizens should not be on the Indian soil? Is there anything wrong in that?
Assamese majoritarianism and playing against Bengalis.
And what were you doing in 2005 in the parliament?
Sir, can I
in 2005, what was Mamata Banerjee doing in the parliament?
Just to take this debate forward.
No, please explain what
was Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, 1 minute. Mr. Ashutosh Mishra, before you take this forward, what is your position on the change of stance within the TMC? In 2005 it was something else, in 2018 it has changed.
No, first what was 2005?
No, let him answer, Mr. Hitesh Jain. Let Mr. Ashutosh Mishra answer that question.
I don't see a change in his stand between 2005 and 2018 in what has happened, because even then the hullabaloo was against foreigners. We should remember that Ms. Mamata Banerjee had protested against foreigners. Now what is happening here is what is being questioned is the implementation and the intention of the BJP governments at the center and in Assam. Because you see what has happened, one of BJP's allies, the Bodoland, says that the Hindus, the Migrant Citizenship Act that BJP is presenting should exclude Northeast totally.
No, so Mr. Mishra,
so their allies and their intentions are being questioned.
You find nothing wrong in Mamata's position, change in stance, you find nothing wrong in it. Hitesh Jain, you are accused.
Mamata Banerjee is saying foreigners should be thrown out. What's wrong with that?
You want to build that narrative.
Mr. Hitesh Jain, questions. 1 minute, Mr. Bagchi, if you don't have answers to straightforward questions, don't get into this innuendo. Please. Mr. Hitesh Jain, your intent is being questioned by the opposition, sir. What would you say to that?
No. I mean, they have no other option. They have been exposed. The hypocrisy we have exposed. They do not have ideology. For sake of staying in the power, they say something, they do different thing. They do not have national interest at their heart. The only thing the opposition has is the selfish political interest. Today they will have something, don't be surprised. After 2 years they will speak a different language. So don't go by what opposition is saying. They change their colors by every year, every day they will keep on changing their colors and stand. Since 84, we have stuck to an ideology. Our ideology is national.
All right, gentlemen, we're completely out of time. Mr. Hitesh Jain, Abhishek Bagchi, Ashutosh Mishra, I thank you all for joining us here on the NRC Politics debate. It rages on, Indians versus illegals. Who's with idea of India? That's our question. A quick break. Back in just a bit with more news on the other side. Stay with us.